I want to join your church. You know, I've been living here in the Great Britain. That's England for those of you who don't know the modern terms. And like there's so many religions over here. I've got so many things to choose from, and I've been looking for some spiritual kind of endeavor, raise my heart. You know, I was in a relationship and it got really bad, and then you know we said some things that weren't so good, and it all went piss up. No, that's not right. How should I say it? It went, I use the American term, but that would be very nasty to say here on the internet. I don't want to be like that, because I'm looking for some kind of spiritual renewal. And I think if I talk well, then I'm going to be well. And perhaps that's my first way to get into a spiritual kind of atmosphere. I listen to some very kind of not so happy music most of the time. It's very kind of negative, you know, shouting and rock and roll, and it's swearing. Yeah, I've swore before, so I don't know if your church might let me in, because I've done some bad things, you know. Maybe well, when you're hanging out with your mates and you're at the pub and you're drinking a lot, and they got some other things you might want to ingest as well. I don't know if that's really a proper religious thing to do or even admit. But that's kind of what happens time to time. God, I just woke up. I didn't get to bed. That woman. I mean, well, okay, that's enough of that. What I really want to know is that, you know, because I like it, you know, Hindu. Those chaps are great. You know, I love how they talk and they speak the King's English so well there in the the East India, or should I say the Queen? I'm not really sure. Should I honour anymore? We have a Queen here in England, yeah, but she's nice, sure, you know, but I wonder, does she go to church too? Maybe she can come be part of your church. You've got Tinkerbell. I'm praising her. I'm feeling that she's going to be a really inspirational kind of cat, you know, there at your church. I'm wanting to find out more about what her personal beliefs are, if you can decipher that from the noises that she makes, or the words that she's speaking to you. What else, you know, it's very popular. I've read, they've got a lot of rock and roll churches in the States. It seems a lot of young people go to church because they have, you know, the guitars and the bass and the drum, and some people singing happy things about God and all that. So I wondered if we might be able to get into a bit of that there at your church. Do you have any musicians? You know, I kind of play like guitar sometimes, you know, and I could sing, you know, I've got the hair for it, so it might work out. But what else? What else am I looking for in a kind of religious manner? Like I said, I like the Hindus, and I'm really into the Native Americans, or the indigenous people of Europe. Did I say that properly? Europe, yeah, the continent, you know. And all the Rastafari. Can we get some Rastafarian kind of thing there at your church? In Bob Marley, you know, he makes some great lyrics. The man was so full of love and beauty for but he's gone. Sadly enough. I also want to say that I like the well, Christianity is great, you know. Jesus was a good man. He did a lot of nice things for people, and he carried, you know, he's lead the life of Christ. I'll try to do that, you know, but sometimes, like I said, I'm hanging out with my mates, and we get to having a good time, and we're drinking a bit, and well, stuff kind of goes funny, you know, it's rough. I never did like to fight much, but it ends up like that, you know. So I'm looking for some redemption here. Can we? And that's right. Bob Marley's song is a redemption song. Redemption song. I like that. I sing it, you know, and it makes me feel better. Yeah, makes me feel a lot better. I was very touched. I have to admit, I even cried when I was after the 9/11 incidents there in New York City and Washington D.C. and they had a little tribute there I saw on cable television with was a man named, or was a very large Rastafarian kind of guy, Wycliffe Jean. Yeah, that's him. He sang the redemption song, and I had to bust into tears. It was so moving. I felt so bad for all the people. I really did. It was quite a shock. So, but that's a long time ago, and you know, hopefully all the families have recovered and are feeling better. I don't want to cry now because it was so touching, but I'm gonna hold it back. So, another thing would be that oh yeah, and all the Islamic type like people, you know, what the heck? I really think that they get a bad rap here. A few people acting out in the world, and there's so many lovely folks who believe in this Abraham. Is that right? Am I getting it wrong? Oh dear. Not to be disrespectful to them, I don't really know much about Islam. And but I love people all over the world, and I want them to be happy. I want myself to be happy, just wanting to join your church and be part of it. I'm a long ways away from I don't know where you are in America, but I'd like to be able to be maybe it's like an internet church. We can have like online bit where Tinkerbell does the sermon and all of us can watch like in like a video chat type congregation. I would really like that, because I can't really, you know, all I've got here is this Barbadian dollar. That's, you know, I tried to swing it off on the guy at the pub last night, but he wouldn't even trade me half pint for this. So hopefully if I flip it, it'll bring some good luck. And see what we got here. I want to say, well, which side is heads here in Barbados? I don't know. Right, well, so we're going to pick one. We're going to pick the flying fish. Is going to be what is going to be our, yeah, this is going to happen, you know, it's going to happen. So I'm going to put the flying fish on the side that usually comes up when I flip a coin, because I use that trick sometimes at the pub because I want, you know, playing a joke on me mates. So there we are. So flying fish is going to come up, and we're going to have a internet Tinkerbell type like church with all types of religious feelings going on, mostly, well, let's say one love in the honor of the late Bob Marley. And yes, it's the heads, of course. We're going to do this quite right. So I'm put that in my pocket now. So please just, you know, let me know what's going to happen about this. And wow, it was okay. Right, just send me an email or something. Thanks so much, Tinkerbell. Peace, honor to you. You're my lovely girl. Alright.